Howdy everyone, I'm Sean Presley, your guide for the Texas region of the Strenuous Life program. I wanted to make a short little video here for our YouTube channel to introduce myself and to talk about a few things that are happening in the Texas region over the next few months. First and foremost, I do want to let everyone know that we have a supplemental website, TSLTexas.com, that we use to communicate with the region and the respective subregions. Right now, the website is undergoing a few updates, so you will see some changes over the course of the next few days and weeks as we continue to update and add new pages and include more content. I'm also currently in the process of finalizing this week's Texas Talks newsletter, where we give information to all the region members of the Strenuous Life to let everybody know what's happening here. The next thing I'd like to talk about is that we are in the midst of upgrading and updating and incorporating more usage of social media. If you are not aware, we have a Facebook page, TSL Texas. We also have an Instagram account, a Twitter account, and of course the YouTube channel here. We also utilize a GroupMe for communications as well as the Discord channel. All the links to these social media sites and communication methods can be found on the Strenuous Life program under the Texas region. Just look for the social media discussion. We encourage that you join whichever ones that you find most relevant so that you can stay in touch with us. We also ask that you bookmark TSLTexas.com, where we provide lots of information such as upcoming events. Speaking of events, we have several Strenuous Saturdays coming up here on May 20th. The North Texas subregion, the Hill Country subregion, and the Piney Woods subregion have all submitted events for Strenuous Saturday for May. If you are in one of the other subregions, which include Panhandle, West Texas, Big Bend, South Texas, Gulf Coast, or Rio Grande Valley, we definitely need you to reach out to us so that we can find out who is there so we can get guide organization and get these subregions active. If you're a member of one of these regions, please email us at guide@tsltexas.com and communicate with us. We look forward to getting these subregions up and running again. And to give a little context of what happened, for 2023, we redesignated the subregions in Texas. Prior to this year, the subregions were based around metropolitan areas of Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, and El Paso. Realizing that Texas is a much bigger state than that, we decided to break those 5 subregions into 9 subregions and give them more of a geographic identity instead of a metropolitan identity. So that's why we have Panhandle, West Texas, Big Bend, North Texas, Hill Country, South Texas, Piney Woods, Gulf Coast, and Rio Grande Valley. The next thing I'd like to talk about is that for this summer, we're going to be doing a Texas-wide summer ministry program. What we mean by this is we want to reconnect with every member of the Strenuous Life program who is also a Texas member. Most of us have been inactive for some period of time. A lot of this inactivity we recognize has to do with COVID, and some people just have not come back from the program then. We also recognize that there's other contributing factors to disengagement. We want to get as many members as possible re-engaged, and we'd like to get an accurate accounting of not only what region members are active, but we'd also like to make sure that members are assigned to the proper subregions. So please take a moment to evaluate that. If you are in the wrong subregion due to the restructuring, please feel free to leave the subregion that you're in and then request access to the new subregion. This is something that Brett said is pretty simple. You just join the respective subregion. That should get you taken care of. However, if you do run into problems, please send me an email. Once again, guide@tsltexas.com. The final thing I'd like to talk to you about is for the past few months, we've been doing some Texas monthly check-in meetings. These are done through Zoom. The link to the Zoom as well as the event details can be found on the events tab of our TSL Texas website. This meeting is open to all Texas members. This is not specific for guides. It is for all Texas members. And it gives us an opportunity to get together, to have a little fellowship, to learn about what's going on throughout the region, to hear strand reports of activities that have been completed from the previous month, and to discuss common goals that we want to have as a region as a whole, such as the 2023 Texas Strand Fest, what we call SCOMs, which are Skill of the Month, any kind of fitness activities or good deed activities, anything of that nature. So we encourage that you join us. Last month we had around 5 or 6 members in the group. We'd like to see that number jump exponentially. Don't worry about it. My Zoom channel can hold 100 members. Until we get to that point, more than likely you'll be able to get in and attend, not a problem. We'd also like to start doing recordings and recaps that we can upload to our YouTube channel as well. Speaking of YouTube, as well as our other social media avenues such as Facebook and Instagram, when you're doing your strenuous life activities and events, we ask that you try to capture as much documentation as possible, particularly photos and videos. If you do capture photo and video of your events, please send them to us so that we can share them and upload them to our respective social media outlets. That is all I have today. It's good to meet you all. I look forward to seeing you at the Texas Monthly Meeting. And I would be remiss to say, or to forget I should say, that we also have a book club. Right now we are currently in the midst of reading Fahrenheit 451. Our next meeting is the 18th. We are covering Book 2, The Sieve in the Sand, where we get together and we talk about the book. Keep in mind this book club is not exclusive to Texas. We have lots of other TS members across the country that participate, as well as a few Canadians themselves. So let's represent the book club well, and I will talk to you soon.